Haha. Oh, Roy. Oh, Roy. Oh, Roy. Whoa, that is way up there. I need to fix my chair. Jesse, how's it going? Damn, Vizio. Oh, Roy. Oh, Roy. Oh, Roy. And then wait, too. So I just, we are downloading Alan Wake 2 right now. My wife bought me The Last Faith and Atlas Fallen for early Christmas gifts. Oh, Elf is a good movie. It's a movie that we watch every holiday season here. You know, Jesse, you were talking about Xbox 360 games the other day. And, you know, it's crazy because I have. So, look at this. God damn it. So, this is a game called Ninja Blade. It came out, it's a From Software release, and it came out about 30 days before the release of Demon Souls. You guys all know I'm huge fans of the From Software catalog. I love From Software games. You know, I love From Software games. This isn't even half my library of From Software titles. I love From Software games, okay? Negative. And I would love to try and figure out how the hell I can get my PlayStation or my Xbox hooked up to my other computer safely. Because I don't want to unhook my two computers. I have them set up to where I can stream and I can stream good. Which reminds me, I should really stream another Steam game. I did stream Halo 6, Halo Infinite when it first came out. But at the time, I had an operating laptop, and that's what I used. But I had a lot of problems. Halo Infinite was one of the first games I ever streamed. Why don't I have the map anymore? Do I have to go back and talk to the janitor again? Another room to stream. What do you mean another room? I don't need another room. I need another computer. or a laptop, or to get my laptop fixed.
Hello?
Ah, no raid. There you are, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well. Not one without the other. Good to see you.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me
I've
to the
never
exit?
played one, so I can't comment on it.
Of course, Tom.
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katsoppa a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? Here's the key.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out.
I've only played GTA Online. I've never played through the story of that.
The heart is. I often think.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
God, dude, I'm so full right now. Okay, so I need to go straight and to the right. Christmas games, what do you mean? Like Christmas themed games or like games for Christmas? I should have saved Arkham Origins for Christmas time, damn it. Yeah, my wife bought me Atlas Fallen and The Last Faith for Christmas. I'm downloading Atlas Fallen right now.
An old lamp in a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me? The lamp felt significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness. I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead. Whoa! When the light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed. Like something in a dream. Opening a way forward, the lamp was humming. The bulb glowed, It held the light now.
What in the hell? That's cool.
I felt another surge from the lamp. The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
I've seen clips of Heavy Rain, but never played it. I think I have it. What in the hell? Oh, that's cool. That's always nice when family comes. Probably not. Probably not. It's something that the world government can use to control large groups of people, so I'm gonna say no.
I needed to find another way out.
Yeah, I don't personally believe that COVID is what people say it is, but I'm not going to tell you to disrespect your parents or anything like that or your family. I'm going to just advise you to do what they ask you to do.
The dark place wants to drown me.
But me personally, I believe it's just the
I
flu.
remember the clicker, the light switch. I lost it, but I have the lamp.
But I don't,
The lamp
you know what
the
I
snake
mean?
was cut from.
I can't tell you how your family,
Not real and yet more
I can't
real
tell
than
you how to
anything.
act with your family, and I can't tell your family how to act with you.
Twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here.
So, I mean, like, I couldn't even have an opinion on that because it's none of my business.
Forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on the spiral.
It's the same thing with people that wear masks. Like, I don't care if people want to wear a mask. I really don't. If you want to wear a mask, fine. I'm not even going to make fun of you for it. Because that's a personal choice, and that's why I love the country that I live in, because of those choices. But don't force me to do what you think is right when I don't think what you think is right. You get what I'm saying? It's like the vaccine. I support the vaccine only if you want it. I feel if you don't want to get it, you shouldn't have to get it, and you shouldn't be criticized for either or decision. If you want to get it, get it. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. I was forced to get it. I didn't have a choice in the matter. I had to get it if I wanted to be there for the birth of my son. The hospital told me if I didn't get it and I tried to enter the hospital, they were going to have me arrested. And that's the thing, like, some people got it, some people were fine, some people got it and they almost died. And that's why I believe it should be all up to choice. Because it doesn't fall into the same category. The vid doesn't fall into the same category that measles, mumps, rubella, and smallpox do. But, so listen to this real quick. I'll just tell this story, and then that'll be it. So, I was told if I was going to be there for the birth of my son, I had to get it. I've cut every one of my kids' umbilical cords. When my wife was giving birth, my son was coming out of her. He was halfway out. Because my wife is, we've had 4 kids. She's got the art of giving birth down. While she was giving birth, she had 4 nurses trying to force a mask on her face. Now, when a woman is giving birth, there is a lot of moisture. There's a lot of heavy panting. There's a lot of hard breathing. There is a lot of sucking in air. There's a lot of sweat. There are a lot of tears. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of urine and fecal matter and any other bodily fluid that you can think of. Okay? They kept trying to shove a paper mask over her face. Now, what happens when you dip a rag in water and then put it over your mouth? It's actually a form of torture called waterboarding. Okay? These four nurses kept trying to, and my wife is trying to breathe for air, and she's pushing them off. Those were her exact words. The time for a mask has ended. Get away from my patient. If you feel that she needs to cover her face, put an oxygen mask on her. The whole time that this was going on, these nurses had not thought, if they were so worried about the situation, they had not thought to put an oxygen mask on her. Right? That shows you the state of mind that people are in when it came to this. Okay. When I got the Fauci ouchie, I almost died. I suffered a stroke. And I developed a lot of respiratory problems that I'm still dealing with today. You could visibly see my face droop. I had slurred speech. For about 6 months, I couldn't walk up my steps right here. I developed abnormal sleeping patterns. I get disgustingly nasty nosebleeds out of nowhere now. I've never had a nosebleed before in my entire life unless somebody punched me in it. And that's not a joke either. That's not an exaggeration. I've never had a nosebleed in my entire life unless it was broken. And after I got the Fauci ouchie, once every couple of months or so, out of nowhere, blood will just start pouring out of my nose. And I don't mean just like a drop. I mean pouring out all over the front of me. My wife and I both got the COVID vaccination. She got hers after she gave birth, about 6 weeks after she gave birth, because she couldn't get it while she was pregnant. The doctors refused to give her the vaccine while she was pregnant, which already kind of blows my mind, but okay. So when they gave her the vaccine, she was still breastfeeding. So my son got the vaccine through her breast milk. We didn't let our other kids get it because at the time it was advised any children under the age of 12 to not get it. And that's because young men were dying left and right due to an enlarged heart. My wife and I have had COVID about 5 times each. Our son, the one that got the vaccine through the breast milk, has had COVID along with us 5 times. Our other 3 kids have never had COVID. Not once, not even close. Now, as I've stated, I don't have an official position on any of this because I believe people should be able to get whatever vaccine they want or wear whatever article of clothing they want. I am not one to criticize a person for what makes them feel safe.
The call was for me. It was something important. I needed to answer.
But if you are telling me that I have to wear a life jacket so you don't drown, is fucking ridiculous in my eyes.
Hello?
Hello, Wake.
Yes.
Do you know who I
I've got the picture still of...
No? Who is
It's
this?
not the first or the second day afterwards. It's about day 3 after I got the first little pookie punch in my arm.
Had I had this conversation before?
And you can see, like, my face is... And the effects of that started about 12 hours after I got the first
I'll call you again later.
Tookie Pookie.
Pick up.
Do I know you? I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in this together. Don't worry. I got you now. We've been working great.
I'm losing you. Hello? Hello?
But I understand. I have seen people get really sick from it and die. So, the people that I have seen get really sick from it are elderly people. Oddly enough, I've never seen a homeless person with COVID, which I find very odd. But homeless people or elderly people and people with severe health conditions, i.e., obesity, COPD, stuff like that.
The man
Now,
had said Caldera Street Station. I had to go there.
I don't even want to say the next thing that I'm talking about because I just want to. Okay, Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 so far has been pretty. See, and that right there, I don't think is right.
Fuck. Okay, don't mind me, just passing through. Shadows stirred like there was someone there, but there was no one. I wanted to keep it that way.
I don't think that you should. I mean, if other people have the shot, that's why they got the shot, right? Was to protect them. There's a lot of weird shit going on in the world right now. And like they're taking guns away from people. There's been more abortions in the past 20 years than in recorded history combined, and I don't know. Okay, so I have no weapons. I have no flashlight. I've got no shooters. I.e., no shotgun, no pistol.
The entrance was missing. I had to make it appear. Maybe I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance.
I've got nothing to defend myself with. I don't know. I just started being Alan Wake. This is essentially my first mission as Alan Wake outside that talk show. And I can see bad guys walking around like right there.
The lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
Oh, damn it. I'm assuming I'll be getting a weapon here pretty soon because nope, that didn't work. Dude. Fuck, I hate this kind of dumbass shit, dude. I can't use this thing outside of here. Because I have it used on that to get out. So now it's not going to let me use it out here because I only have one charge and I just used the charge to get out of there.
There was a light at the end of the alley ahead.
Is this the way it was on the page?
What the hell? Oh, hey. We met at Door's show.
Alan Wake, the writer. I'm Alex Casey, looking into a murder.
Come on, what is this?
There's a piece of evidence, a manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
A manuscript? What manuscript? I need to see it.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next victim? Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
Casey!
Damn it. I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was just gonna keep killing me here, loop by loop. You're not gonna get what you want. You think you know. You know shit. You don't really wanna know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
This was an echo of the books I had written for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective.
Okay. Here's something that really bugs me about video games. Parts. That right there is a big ass fucking hand cannon. That is either A 357 or B a 44 Magnum. Those are the two most, like, when it comes to revolvers, those are typically the most common rounds used in a revolver. 357, 38 also, but you wouldn't really see a service revolver nowadays being a 38. 38 is like it's like what? It's like a pocket gun, like a purse gun. It's like a little tiny thing, you know what I mean? Now, you can fire a 38 out of a 357 most of the time, but you can't fire 357 out of a 38. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably a 357 because having a 44 Magnum is really hard to be accurate with, especially if you're using it in form of service. If you're using it for protection, 44 Magnum would probably be the way to go, but most people would use a 357 because it has the stopping power, but it's also got the recoil control. So let's say even if that was a 357, right? 357 is not a punk ass round. That's not some bitch round. You know what I mean? It's not the biggest round in the world, but that's still a boss ass round. I can tell you right now, it ain't no fucking 9mm round. But based on the size and of everything, I would actually say, dude, it looks a lot like a Chiappa really a Chiappa or a Smith and Wesson. The only reason I don't think it's a Chiappa is because Chiappa has the rifle upside down. It shoots out of the bottom cylinder instead of the top cylinder, and that's for a lot of recoil control. So it comes right back into the hand instead of up and over the hand. You know, so the recoil is back into you instead of up over your hand. Dude, if I really had to guess, I would say that's actually a 44 Magnum, a Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum, or a Colt Python 44 Magnum. It looks more like a Smith & Wesson, but let's say it's a Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum. Okay. No, fuck that. Let's say it's still a 357, okay? As I was stating, that's not some punk round, all right? That's not some kind of round where if some creature that's roughly the same size as you is running at you and you dump 6 rounds into it, it's not going to fucking keep running at you. Now, if it was like an elephant-sized creature full of testosterone or something, yeah, it'll probably just be like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? But, like, let's say you have some monster that's a little bit bigger than the average man. Let's say it's like the size of like a kind of a larger bodybuilder, like a bodybuilder that's like 6'3" or something like that. You know, like the Big Show from wrestling, Kevin Nash. Let's say it's like him in his prime, you know, running at you. 357 rounds right in the chest, he's not going to survive that. It's not going to be like, oh, and even more, it's going to blow fucking holes in you. So they're not just going to shrug that shit off. And that's what always bugs me about games. I have seen revolvers that are more powerful than rifles. The Smith & Wesson 460, the Smith & Wesson 500, the Magnum Research BFR 4570 Government 3030, and what is it? The 45 Long Colt. You know what I mean? Like, these are all revolvers that are powerful enough to stop a fucking charging bear dead in its tracks. And yet, revolvers are always put in the same category or up above. Like, if you have a choice between pistols and revolvers, you know, sometimes they'll make revolvers a little bit stronger. But more often than not, revolvers are going to be a lot fucking stronger unless you're shooting like a Deagle 50 AE or something. You know what I mean? That's what, like, I prefer revolvers because I feel like they just, you know, revolvers won the Wild West. Revolvers and lever action 30-30s. But when you put a fucking hand cannon like that in a game, and it's like, you're like bang, 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 reload, bang, 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 and you're not even killing, or you're having a hard time killing basic creatures, it's hard for me to believe. Now, if like you have like some sort of like Glock 17 or 19 or something like that, and you're like pop, 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 pop against the monster, I kind of get that because I've seen video clips of people like on PCP and shit, and they get shot like 9, 10, 12 times, and they're still, going at it. But I'm telling you right now, if you were to have like a Colt Python or like let's see, I don't know, like a, let's say Smith & Wesson 686 with an X frame, you know what I mean? They're not just gonna be like, ugh! They're gonna get hit once and just be like, damn, because that's a fucking powerful round. Even the 686 is still a 357, with your choice of, I think, 3.7 and 10-inch barrel. But it bugs me because revolver is just, to me, not only is your revolver, a big revolver like that, and if you don't know that much, that's still a big ass gun right there. That is still a big gun. Think a man's finger. Look at that. A full-grown man's finger is that long. You know what I mean? And look at how long the cylinder is compared to his finger. And the bullet is usually the length of or a little bit shorter than the cylinder. It's usually a little bit shorter because you don't want the bullet, sticking out the other side, or else the chamber won't slide shut. But you see how big? Now imagine that right there. That's like how big that gun is. It's not the biggest, but it's still not the smallest. I guarantee that gun is still bigger than a Glock 17 or a Glock 9. Well, definitely a Glock 17. It's still bigger than a Glock 19 and a Glock 20. Glock 20 is a little bit bigger than a 19, but it also shoots 10 millimeter instead of 9 millimeter. But if you've ever had the blessing of being able to shoot a revolver, you would know that they are greatly underpowered in video games. Unless you're playing like Destiny and you're using the fucking Hawkmoon or something.
I had a light now. I needed to get back to the subway station entrance. Shit. With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way. Faded out. Until they didn't. They were trying to stop me. I could fight
back. Sorry, I didn't see your question pop up, Jesse. No, you can't do sneak attacks in this game.
I could use the light to open the subway entrance now.
Now, I don't want you to get it twisted. I'm not saying that pistols and all that shit are weak. And I'm not saying that revolvers are the end-all, be-all. What I'm saying is I feel like that revolvers are greatly underpowered in games.
I needed to find another light to go deeper inside.
You know, the more I... Whoa, shit. They've definitely made this game more like... It's definitely more like Evil Within-ish.
I needed to find a way around that fence.
This is so weird, dude. I don't... Okay, so I can only have, what, one light on at a time? I wonder if I can get more charges. I wonder if these guys can hurt me.
Rain tried to wash away the sins of this city. But some sins, the evidence of the crimes committed, could never be erased. Not by the rain, or any amount of therapy from Dr. Jack Daniels. It remained bruises under my skin, like tattoos. Bruises in my soul. Scar tissue on my heart. The rain never stopped falling. And I never stopped drinking.
Dude.
There was something hidden here. Light would reveal it. A phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Provides 10% chance to send enemies on flashlight. Hang on a minute. Before I go, oh my god, there's so many different ways to fucking go, dude.
Someone was humming. Was it worth the risk to go see who? Hello?
Oh. Hey, Alan. You snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map if you want to take a look. Still haven't found my mystery man, though.
Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew. All I have is a name. Orland Dorr.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him. The guy has many disguises, but a talk show host? I'll keep looking.
You're making a map.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places. I find interesting things like those strange markings that react to the light, but never the one thing that I'm looking for. Feel free to check the map out. Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I appreciate the help.
So, I wonder, okay, Quantum Break. Has anybody played Quantum Break?
See you around, Alan.
If so, that's the main dude in Quantum Break, and I would like to know how he's connected, if it's the same guy. I like that jam that he's humming, though. Dude, this really reminds me of Ghostwire Tokyo. I need to hurry up and platinum that game, dude.
I had written books about Alex Casey for years. Something
Winnie,
remembered
what
him.
is up?
A line from a half-forgotten story.
Que paso, Winnie? I was just talking with Jesse over here about Alan Wake. Whoa, hella newspapers and phone books. I'm doing alright, dude. I'm bloated. Bloated from all this turkey and stuff, dude. Actually, I don't eat any turkey, but we went over to our friend's house, right? Because they were having like a Black Friday Day celebration, and he made these pork bellies. Oh, I had like fucking 20 of them, dude. They were so good. They were so good. Never had a pork belly. It's like a little cube of pork like that, right? And I don't know exactly how they're made. I just know that they're hella good. Look at this dirtbag trying to sneak up on me, dude. I know. You never know, though, dude. Some people... I mean, I've gotten yelled at by somebody that... I don't eat pork! Like, well, alright. You know, I'm just sharing a story. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, wait. So did I open that other gate? Or is that the same gate that I just opened? I think it's the same gate that I just opened. Or did I walk through? Okay, that's the way I came out. Is there another ladder going up? No.
Me.
Dude, this is a really interesting concept. It bugged me at first, but it's actually really cool. The whole lamp aspect, I
The gates to
think
the
this is
platform
pretty
were
wild.
closed. I had a ticket.
So, my wife got me Atlas Fallen and The Last Faith for early Christmas gifts because they were on sale for Black Friday.
Something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed
Atlas
more.
Fallen was only...
Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. An echo.
FBI agent had come here before me on the trail of a murder cult. He'd gone missing, presumed dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow, connecting the dots from one murder to the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the city map. Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
I had a flash of inspiration. The ghost of my fictional detective. A story thread I could use in my writing.
You have discovered your first plot element from an echo. You can rewrite it into reality on the plot board.
I had a location. I had a
Select the
story thread.
FBI agent plot element and activate it with X to rewrite reality in the Caldera Street Station scene.
Things clicked into place. The story rang true. I was making progress. The dark place reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
Which way should I go? Let's go back this way. Bummer. Locked door. I do have to say, though, that after I finish this game, I'm done with horror games for a while. I've had my fill of horror games over the past month and a half. I mean, we did like 5 playthroughs of Dead Space. We did 2 playthroughs of Senua's Sacrifice. We did Alan Wake. Now we're doing Alan Wake 2. And here in the next month or so, Resident Evil 4 VR should be dropping. So we're going to get the... No way! Did they hear my prayers? Please tell me they heard my prayers. Please! Please!
The Fed had glimpsed
You
into the maw of darkness.
dick bitch.
It swallowed him whole.
Really, you're not going to pick up the reusable melee weapon. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You're not going to pick up the rather awesome looking melee weapon. It's got a little club at the tip of it that's angled. So not only when it hits a large surface area, and it's hollow in the center. So when it hits, it has the ability for chip damage. But it's also got a really great handle at the bottom, so you can get a good firm grip on it and place a finger up through it so you can even get an even better grip on it.
The tracks led into the
If
tunnel.
the shit ever hits the
That was my
fan,
way forward.
if it does, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If the shit ever hits the fan, okay? Okay? Melee weapons. Bullets are going to run out eventually, right? But a melee weapon will last you forever. A good melee weapon will last you forever. If you do have to go firearm, like if you have a firearm and you're wanting a firearm for if the shit hits the fan kind of scenario, revolvers. Revolvers are the best way to go. The reason why is because they have less moving parts, they have more sturdy frames, and you can get them in just about any size. Okay, you can get them in 38 special, you can get them in 22, 22 Magnum, 22 long rifle, 22 subsonic. You can get them in 357, you can get them in 410 shotgun shell. Yes, there is a revolver that shoots a 410 shotgun shell. It's called the Judge, and it shoots 410 shotgun shells and 45 long Colts. Okay, you can get them in 454 castles, you can get them in 460, you can get them in 500, you can get them in 3030, you can get them in 4570. And the reason why they're so reliable is because they have very, very few moving parts. There's only like 6 pieces to a revolver, so they're easy to fix, they're incredibly reliable, and they're incredibly durable. Okay, but your best bet is going to be a Negan style baseball bat melee weapon and a bow and arrow. Great melee weapon will make you feel like you're the king of the world. That's if the shit hits the fan, though. I mean, if you have the option for a firearm, yes, take the firearm. Don't be a dumbass. But you're not always going to have ammunition anymore. Okay, maybe your mag gets dent and it doesn't slide up into your shit. Sniper, what's up? Dude, I was just talking about something up your alley, and I was hoping you were going to stop by, dude. Okay, I was talking about melee weapons, dude. Melee weapons. If the shit ever hits the fan, dude, tell me that a Negan-style baseball bat wouldn't be the way to go in a post-apocalyptic society.
The blood trail
Right?
continued deeper into darkness.
Well, and then, so I was talking about earlier, too, we were talking about how revolvers in games are always underpowered for some reason. I don't know why. But if the shit ever did hit the fan, dude, you were the first person I thought of when I said this, too. Because, dude, like a good baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. Personally, I wouldn't choose a wooden bat because if you hit something hard enough, you can snap a wooden bat. I would probably go aluminum, or I would probably get one of those wiffle ball bats and fill it with concrete and let the concrete dry, and then I would wrap it in duct tape, or I would dip it in crazy glue, then wrap it in duct tape, and then probably like wrap up some barbed wire and rope, or like some razor wire and rope, and then I would tie it around the bat, and then I would probably dip it. Well, nah, because that would probably melt the plastic in the bat. But, I mean, the type of melee weapon, too, that you're going to want is going to need to fit the scenario. Like, let's say if you're in a post-apocalyptic zombie environment, okay, you're not always going to want to pick the same melee weapon. If you're a wandering nomad, you know what I mean? You're not going to want to carry around this big, hulking, lanky-ass, weapon. You're going to want something that you can swing around and ha-cha-cha, you know what I mean? Like, the reason why Negan's bat was so badass is because it sent a symbol. It was something basic, and it was something that was tactical, and it sent a message. It was a symbol. And a good knife. Yeah, you would definitely, in a survival situation or like a shit hit the fan situation, you're gonna want a really great knife. What do you mean real? Like, define the situation of real. Oh god, dude, I wasn't paying attention. That made me jump a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so real like as in they exist out in the world right now, or real as in the Walking Dead universe is real? Fun fact, it's been confirmed that the blue meth that Merle has and the first season of The Walking Dead is Walter White's methamphetamine. The two universes are connected, and a lot of people have speculated that Walter White's meth was so pure that it's what caused the zombie apocalypse to start. The fan theory that I read was that it was so pure. And you know how in the Walking Dead universe, we all already had the zombie virus in us, and that's why people would reanimate if they were, like, if you shot somebody in the heart and killed them, they would reanimate as a zombie. So the fan theory that I read is that Walter White's meth was so pure and strong that it ate away at a certain part of the brain and allowed the virus to take over the brain because it had eroded a certain part of like the hippocampus region, and the virus was able to break out of the stem and up into the hippocampus and take over some of the people that were doing it, and that's how the zombie apocalypse started. Because if I remember correctly, in The Walking Dead, the virus is in everybody, but it's like trapped in the brainstem or something.
I don't like the sound of that.
If the Walking Dead universe was real, I mean, so far it hasn't been bad. I'm definitely liking to play Alan Wake a lot more. If the if the Walking Dead universe was a real thing and like existed, now in reality as it does on. Wait, okay, hold on, because there's a difference. Are we talking about the comic book series, which I've only read bits and pieces of off the internet, or are we talking about the cinematic Walking Dead universe? Jesse was talking about Heavy Rain too. He said that this game reminded him a lot of Heavy Rain.
The blood trail led me on.
Okay, that's a dead end. Ooh, snap. If the Walking Dead universe was real, and we were in the Walking Dead universe, I'm gonna say the cinematic universe, just because I don't have an extended knowledge of the literary universe. But I honestly would never trust another human being again outside of my family. I hate to say that, but if you came within 100 yards of because we would instantly turn our house into a compound, and if you came within 100 yards of my compound, you'd be getting a piece of copper through the forehead. And I would have signs up everywhere and posted, of course. But, you know, when they write stories like The Governor and Negan and stuff like that, dude, you're not talking about like some fake phony bullshit anymore. And that's what a lot of these people that are out there screaming for, you know, we need anarchy and we need all this, like, you have no, like, the Walking Dead universe is a perfect example of what can come of anarchy, right? And all of these fucking punk-ass keyboard warriors think that they would be Negan. And I'm sorry to say, no. Negan would take your wife on as another wife, and you'd be wiping his ass for him while shoveling up his dog shit. And because Negan is a homicidal sociopath, he's like like an extremely hardcore narcissistic homicidal sociopath with like these weird power. I mean, it just Negan was a scary person. And you have all these people that think that they would go out there and they would be the next Negan. I would be Negan. Motherfucker, you wouldn't survive your front door. Negan was a scary character, and he was beautifully written. And the reason why I say that is because he was... he is a perfect example of what would happen to 6 million years of oppressed or suppressed territorial testosterone outrage. You know what I mean? Like, we have, as men, have been neutered and disciplined and beat down and domesticated so much that most of us couldn't even defend our own home if it was being invaded. In fact, we're taught that if we are, it's a bad thing. Like, an example, like what happened with me. I defended my family against a man that was attacking my wife and child, and I went to jail for it. It was said that what I did was excessive force. When it comes to assaulting pregnant women and children, I don't think there is anything excessive. And that's what our society is taught. That even like my kid got into a fight at school. Okay, he didn't start the fight, but how I raise my sons is, okay, you know what the difference between a hero and an asshole is? Well, an asshole starts shit, a hero finishes it. Okay, so you know what I mean? There's no reason to put your hands on another individual unless it's in self-defense. And this kid was picking on this girl. He was like pulling her hair and slapping her in the face and shit. My son went and fucking knocked him out. Right? My son was the only one that got suspended. Like, what? The kid even admitted it. He was like, I was just pulling her hair and just lightly slapping her in the face. Like, he was crying, admitting this shit. So, you know what I mean? That's what, like, we as men in society, that's how we're taught to act now. And then you have somebody like Negan. You know, Negan is... Dude, Negan fucking just gave me chills down my spine, dude. I think Negan is one of the best villains in any sort of sci-fi history. Like, he's up there with Darth Vader and shit. You know what I mean? Because his presence was just that fucking powerful. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a fantastic actor. And, I loved him as the comedian in 300, and he was in that other movie, the Losers or whatever. He was good in that. But dude, his role as Negan, like Negan as a character, has even had this wide arc of all these different types of characters. But when you go out there and you have people that are actually like Negan, but you're like sitting on your couch like, oh yeah, I would be the next Negan. Like, the next Negan isn't saying shit like that. The next Negan is out there taking cities over and shit, you know what I mean? Using force to gain control, like, all the emperors in the past. God, Negan was an amazing character, dude. Characters don't come around like that good very often, and I think that he was the only reason people kept watching that show for that long. Oh, dude, the reason why it was so creepy for me is because I put myself in those shoes of his victims. I would put myself in their shoes to imagine what they're feeling. And, they're already in, like, this heightened sense of awareness. And, they're in the panic mode. And their heart's fucking racing. And their thoughts are going a million miles an hour. And their palms are sweaty. And they know that they're the end of a losing battle. And then all of a sudden you hear the whistle. And, oh, dude, it just gives you chills. I honestly don't, I don't know what I would do. I know for a fact that my family as a whole would do everything in our power to not have to venture off of our property. And the reason for that is because the zombies aren't what would scare me. The other people are what would scare me. And COVID is the reason for that fear. You saw how people got. I mean, go look at COVID shopping, search like last little bit of toilet paper during COVID videos on the internet, dude, and see what you see. People were getting shot and mutilated over rolls of fucking toilet paper, dude. Can you imagine what would happen if the zombie apocalypse were to happen and we're in like this weird, like, post-apocalyptic fucking, like, wasteland society filled with fucking flesh-eating beasts everywhere? Not only flesh-eating beasts, but flesh-eating beasts that are beasts are people that you used to associate with, used to be your friends, used to be your brothers and sisters, and moms and dads and aunts and uncles and all that shit. And, you know, there might come a time when you have to put one of these people, these beasts down. Like, the governor is a perfect example of that. You know what I mean? When he was keeping his daughter locked up, that shit was fucking spooky, dude. Like, he had his daughter, like, combing her hair and shit. Like, bro, she is dead, dude. I am sorry. It is a shitty situation. Move the fuck on, dude. Dude.
The story was taking shape.
Yeah, I think that we would do the best in our ability to try to not leave our property. And that's exactly why. Because in a society without rules or regulations, people would, all this veganism, pacifist, let people be what they want to be shit would go right out the fucking window, and we'd go right back to only the strong survive. I guarantee it, dude. This whole the meek shall inherit the earth shit would go right out the fucking window. And it would be people like Negan, you know what I mean, that take control of everything around you. It would be brutal dictators. And the reason why is because normal people have a conscience, right? That's why most CEOs are kind of sociopathic people, because they don't care about fucking over the next person. They don't care about being cutthroat. And I'm going to say it. I think every CEO of every major corporation is sociopathic, because there are things that you have to do to be at the top that require a sociopathic temperament. You know what I mean? You have to do things that a normal person would be like, oh, dude, that is fucked up. Like with what happened, the whole Facebook scenario, right? If you ever watch that movie, the documentary about how Facebook started, Mark Zuckerberg is a straight up sociopath in that movie. He's got no emotion. Elon Musk is the same way. I support a lot of the shit that Elon Musk says, but in a way, he is very cold when it comes to, I am going to do whatever I have to do to get to the top, and I don't care who I fuck over. You know what I mean? And I think that's the case. And that would be the same case in the event of a post-apocalyptic society. Only those kind of people are going to rise to power. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like your local priest down at the church, or Grandma Jenkins, you know what I mean? Or Susie Q over at the fucking yoga shop. You know, it's going to be one of those people that you would see, like Chad Dinkins had a normal childhood like everybody else. But one thing about Chad Dinkins is he loved to brutalize neighborhood cats, because they don't give a fuck. That kind of shit doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect them like it would affect you or I. You know, I couldn't just go out and kill somebody in cold blood. It would affect me in a fucked up way. Well, it would affect me how it's supposed to affect me. But nonetheless, it would still have a very major impact on how I live as an individual. Now, these kind of people can end somebody's life and then not think twice about it. And those are going to be the rulers of society. That's why I don't find Rick as a character believable, because, well, in the beginning, his his personality does start to change over time, and he does start to revert back to some primordial instincts and become, like how do you say it, more animalistic. Like when it comes to protecting his flock and all that shit, he definitely starts to display more emotions that fall in line with somebody who is um, uh, desensitized and cut off from society the way that they need to be in order to make decisions like that. Because when you're in charge, dude, you have to make fucked up decisions. Even if you're like just in charge of the local gas station down the street, I have Tammy and Tom both asking for Friday night off. Tom's 10-year anniversary is on Friday night, but Tammy's having her kid's 10-year birthday or dinner or whatever. You know what I mean? So you have to tell one of those two people, sorry, you got to fucking stay here and work. I mean, then you're going to have those people, well, you could be good and just cover the shift for them. No, sorry, that's not what a good boss does. A good boss, and this is going to sound fucked up and cruel, a good boss is not afraid to get his hands dirty, but does not put himself down on or herself down on the level with their peers. And there's a reason for that, is because you have to keep that hierarchy established. If you do this, then other people are going to be like, well, what the fuck? Why is he not doing that for me now? Oh, is he playing favoritism? You know what I mean? As a boss, you have to be able to separate yourself from that shit and not not bring yourself down to the level of your like constituents and all that. And it sucks because you want to be that guy, but you can't, because you will get eaten alive. Your generosity, I guarantee, will get taken advantage of. Now, there are exceptions to that rule. I have worked at places where there's only been like 6 of us, and shit like that happened all the time. We all covered for each other, even the bosses. But most places aren't like that. Most places are, fast food, or they're fucking, your Walmarts and your Targets and your Kmarts and your Toys R Us's, and they're these corporations where people just don't give a shit. And they will take advantage of you. You'd be shocked at how many people I saw, even just through my personal experience, would just beat your kindness to death. And that's eventually why I got fed up with being a manager, because I got sick and tired of being fucking nice to people and wanting and trying to help people out, and then turning around and fucking, biting the hand that feeds them. Trying to do nice for okay, yeah, I'll cover your shift on Friday night so both of you guys can go. And the reason why that story is a real fucking story from my life that I had to fucking deal with. The events in it have changed, but honestly, the names didn't. I was trying to please 2 of my employees, and another employee got jealous and filed a complaint with HR. Swear to fucking God.
That the dark place changed.
It's bad luck to be on this case. The code can get you anywhere with that.
In my 10 years of working in the gas station business, I can name the amount of people on one hand that I respected as good employees. I had a couple of good bosses. A dude named Ryan was really fucking cool, and another guy named Muhammad was really fucking cool. Really stern, but really cool. This is just in my 10 years as a gas station attendant, manager, assistant manager, and so on and so forth. But outside of management, 5 people that I have worked with that I would have trusted with my store, or trusted to make decisions in my absence, and I would have covered for any time. In fact, I did quite a bit.
The blood trail disappeared.
Two
on the
of them,
level.
I'm still
I had a
friends with to
feeling
this
something
day.
was waiting there.
One is a girl. I hired her right when she was 18 because we
The
couldn't
federal
hire
agent
her,
had come
and I
in
was
looking for
friends of her
answers.
family,
All he found was a fate worse than
and
death.
she was super fucking smart. She cared about the store like I cared about the store. And I was pissed because her fucking husband got her pregnant, and I lost her as an employee. No, her husband's a good dude, though. Her husband's a good dude. I was just mad because when she left, dude, my stress level like fucking doubled because she covered a lot of bullshit for me. And then there was another kid. His job at the gas station was his first job, and he actually became my assistant for a long time. And he was a working class kid. He cared about the store like I did. But I'd have employees, that would they would take a sack of weed to let people run out with liquor. Like somebody'd come in and be like, "Hey, bro, I got this dime bag. I got this joint. I'll give you this joint if you let us run out with liquor."
Another echo lingered here, a source of inspiration.
Fucking pissed me off, dude. Damn, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude. There were 45 people robbing it.
Word is, your research can help me, ma'am. What do you know?
There's more than one urban legend about the Cult of the Word. The murder cult used these tunnels for their ritual sacrifices. They say the cult reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's crime books. That Wake was even involved somehow, under a false identity. Mr. Scratch, which is, of course, a nickname for the devil himself.
It was disturbing finding myself in the story
What?
this way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for
That
the
must have
story.
been during fucking COVID. I'm really not understanding this story at all, dude. I'm so lost. I don't understand how any of this shit is connected. I don't understand any of it, dude.
The water was gone. The way forward was open.
Dude, what the hell?
Hey, Alan. Tim Breaker. In case you don't remember again.
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
How's your search for Mr. Door going?
It's not great. This dream we're in. Putting a lot of roadblocks in my way.
The sketch you have does look like the Door I know. The talk show host.
All I know is the door has something to do with what's happening to me. And he knows that I know. He's like some sadistic mastermind torturing me.
So you think this is a dream?
I'm not ruling it out. You know, my dreams have always been incredibly vivid. They feel real until the second I wake up. In the dreams, I'm often someone else. A different person with a different name, living a different life in a different world. Alternate realities, maybe. But certain things don't change. Like Door. Well, that's my crazy wall. I'm just trying to make sense of things. Don't judge me.
I'll trade you walls any day.
Is that Amaranth? Wasn't that Amaranth that was the one that was doing that? Or Amaranth was selling her bathwater or some shit? Dude, see that. What the hell is wrong with men in today's day and age where they're willing to collectively pay a woman $37,000 fucking dollars, dude, for a glass of farts? I don't know exactly what country it's in, but I know there's I know it's an Asian country. I think it's like Japan or China or Korea, one of these countries. They have vending machines You know those little quarter machines? You put a quarter in, turn it, and like a plastic ball will come out, and you open the lid, and it's got a little prize inside. It'll have like a yellow lid with like a clear round thing on the bottom, and you pop the lid off, and it's got like a little kid's necklace or like a piece of candy or something in it. Like they have vending machines with those in them with fucking worn panties in them. And these men just get these panties and they sniff them, dude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with men these days? There is no reason on this earth why a woman should become a millionaire by farting into a cup. Like that should say something about the state of the world that we're in today. You know, where like you have these men out there that are working fucking 400 feet up on a skyscraper with no safety equipment and shit. Meanwhile, you know, you've got some fucking chick farting into a fucking cup making 30 times the amount of money that they're making. Yeah, both Amaranth and what's his name? Belle Delphine and SS Sniper Wolf, they were doing all that shit, weren't they? Didn't SS Sniper Wolf get in trouble for like posting a bunch of Nazi shit? Is she the chick that was like posting pictures of herself in like SS outfits and all that? Or is that somebody else?
The memory is fading like a dream. I must hold on to it. I remember an awful beacon in the darkness.
See, dude, if she...
Is it a previous draft of my writing? Must be. I've been trying to shape the dark place around me, but so much fades away. Even my memory of the process, washed away by dark waves. But
So, back when I was a kid, e-girls weren't a thing, right? They were non-existent. And then there was the creation of MySpace. And with MySpace came all kinds of weird shit. And when MySpace came out, we were introduced to the world's first e-girl, and that was a chick named Tila Tequila. She was a real hot and sexy, I think she was Vietnamese. She was, I'm pretty sure she was Vietnamese, but I don't. I mean, I was young when this was. I mean, I was like a teenager and I was doing a lot of drugs and stuff. But she was like on a show called A Shot at Love or something like that, and then she was on another show. But she became really popular when MySpace came out, and she marketed herself on MySpace and became essentially, you know, the first version of the Twitch thought. Right, and for a long time, this chick was super famous. She's in that movie, I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. You know, when they're sitting there and Adam Sandler's got all the chicks in his room. Not the doctor chick, but the other chick, the Asian chick, the one that comes out, that's Tila Tequila. I think the only other one that has lines other than the doctor, the lawyer, the therapist, or whatever, the really hot tall chick that was like their, not Jessica Biel, but she was like their doctor or something like that. But the little the super hot Asian chick was Tila Tequila, and she was extremely popular. She was one of the most popular women in the world. Nazi Germany shit, and not like against it. Like she was posting for it, and it was just, dude, it was.
Travel deeper to escape. Right under
And now she's like some like weird militant, like Nazi chick, which caught everybody off guard. Everybody was like, dude, what the hell is this chick talking about, dude? I mean, she was like going off. But she started doing a bunch of stuff like that too, and it was
The tunnel
weird
light moved
because,
forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
you know, because of her Asian descent, and a lot of people were like, like, you don't see where your flaws are at and your logic here? I mean, she did not care, dude.
I had to keep working on the story.
Wake.
I don't understand how people can get super famous like that and be loved by millions of people, and then just come out and start saying a bunch of crazy shit like that. You know, I was watching this dude earlier.
I could figure
He's
this
called
out on
like
the
the
plot board.
Internet Anarchist or something like that. That's his name. And he was talking about the drama between Nikocado Avocado and
Got a real beat for this story.
what's his name? Moist Critical. And I didn't even really know who Nikocado Avocado was. But after I watched that video, I went and I watched some of his some of like his videos and stuff that he had done in the past. And I don't understand why anybody would do that to themselves. I mean, that dude is gonna die a very slow and painful death, dude. Like, even now, dude, I don't eat the greatest now. I eat like shit now. And I'm not even that big, you know what I mean? And that dude's eating like 10 pizzas and shit just for one meal. Dude, and then eating like whole birthday cakes to himself and eating like 1,000,000 calories a day. And it blew my mind how he had not had a heart attack yet.
I should work this out on a plot board.
And that's all he's I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say to that, dude, just because it's so wild, man.
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible. I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Well, I mean, I'm here right now.
I had to be at the scene, to see and understand it, in order to change it.
I don't get what it wants me to do something here.
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Oh, Sniper, how are you, how are you? I saw that you were playing The Last Faith, dude. How is it, man?
I was sure I had an answer on the plot board. The scene changed with the story. Hello? Anyone there? Dead.
There's a good melee weapon right there. See, dude, what the hell is going on? And I would still pick up the walkie-talkie. I'm sure we'd be able to find a battery for it later on, dude.
The story thread felt right here.
That's where I came from. Walkie-talkie is gone. And wow.
Go on, ma'am. Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found. This new plot beat would carry me deeper into the story.
Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire.
I feel like I could hook up that car battery to something. I'm shocked that there's nothing in there, dude. That was kind of a dick move.
It could not be opened on the side.
Oh, fuck.
The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin. Changes shaped the world around me. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
Car battery is gone. There's no supplies left in here. Dude, I wonder if the door would open though. Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go around, unlock it, and then change it back to the way that it was, I'm assuming. Oh, dude, that made me jump. I ain't gonna lie. This game's got a lot of good jump scares, I'll give it that. And it does have this ability to pull me in, even though I'm like... Even though I'm like halfway paying attention, dude, when something happens, I'm like, no!
None of this was real. It wasn't real.
Oh, God, get me out of there, dude. That's so fucking creepy, dude. Oh, my God.
Me.
Yes, indeed. I thought those were a bunch of keys. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? There's an arrow telling me to go over. What? Ah, damn it. Ah, fuck it. It's gonna be empty. Oh, there's 3 bullets in there. Shooby dooby doo. I need to fix my damn chair, dude. I can feel hell shit coming loose.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
What in the hell? Oh shit. Dude, I'm almost out of fucking batteries. I don't really know what to do.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene. The echoing hall had a story to tell.
I'm lost in the dark.
That was kind of nerve-wracking, dude. Alright.
I have
Alright.
no idea for a scene.
Wake. You're in my story.
My writing was affecting reality. The hall had changed into the murder cult's hideout. The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
Wake. The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. The plot element I found would drive the story forward. I had to be at the scene, to see and understand it, in order to change it. Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Fuck it.
Alan Wake.
I had changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
Wake. Alan Wake. Alan Wake. You can't stop this storm.
Dude. How in the hell do I get over there, man?
Alan Wake.
This game is weird, dude.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene. I had to be at the scene, to see and understand it, in order to... Changing a plot element in a scene without
Dude.
being there was impossible.
I don't know where the hell I am or where the fuck I'm going, dude.
The plot changed the details of the world.
I do need to hop off soon though. Oh yeah, it's 11:30. Yeah.
Wake.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, before I go any further, I'm gonna hop off. But I will be back tomorrow. And hopefully I can get in some Last Faith tomorrow. And I would like to start working on the Armored Core Platinum and getting that knocked out and out of the way. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome and happy and safe Friday night, and I will catch you guys later.